In today's video we will explain how Satoshi Nakamoto's Bitcoin is currently being destroyed, the future of cryptocurrency as an investment, and what you can do to maximize your short and long-term gains. FTX, Binance, Ripple etc. These attacks were always part of a coordinated plan to take over the crypto market. The question is, why didn't the US Securities and Exchange Commission or the US Congress provide clear regulation for crypto businesses? Comment your thoughts below. It's obvious, isn't it? Instead of writing some regulations for companies to follow, the SEC, spearheaded by Gensler, deliberately sued crypto exchanges and companies in court to regulate and extort billions of dollars from the market. It's really not that difficult to write some basic guidelines instead of abusing a position of authority litigating for profit and control. The crypto market is not a true security or a commodity, it is its own new diverse market. Similar but not the same. The SEC and the US government are ransacking the crypto industry so that they can totally control, dominate and manipulate the market. That is why they refuse to provide proper clear guidelines for companies and exchanges to operate in the US. All part of the plan to conquer crypto. In the SEC documentary, Pirates of the Cryptobean, we see Gary Gensler as a confused, old, slack-jawed, Montgomery Burns type of ne'er-do-well political finger puppet on a quest for digital gold and world domination.
But could someone explain to me as to why I'm here?
Make ready!
It wasn't complacency, it was conspiracy. A conspiracy to profit, terrorize and distribute control to a select group of friends.
Now line up and offer me your tribute.
You want us to pay you?
It is clear to us that the US government, central banks, the SEC and Wall Street have been launching an all-out assault on crypto investors, inventors, innovators and the industry as a whole. With the big fund managers like Blackrock, Fidelity and Friends as their Trojan horses, they will manipulate Bitcoin and Ethereum via their spot EFT, like they do with gold and silver now. BlackRock investors don't want a volatile crypto market. As BlackRock CEO Larry Fink said, Bitcoin is a flight to quality. Which means that Main Street investors need a safe haven to park their money while Wall Street tanks into a recession. This is your last massive bull run before the crypto cycle is changed forever.
I will now consult the crystal ball to see your future.
What might happen is that crypto will have a huge run-up, creating a super bubble. Then as the recession finishes, they will walk the market off a cliff and let it crash to scare out all the dumb money and average Joes. After the recession, 2025 or 2026 onwards, the big hedge funds will likely manipulate Bitcoin, Ethereum etc. to become less volatile. We will explain how later. Who owns the largest Bitcoin wallet? It's the United States government. Remember this, they only care about power, profits and control, and you can't have any. The rich are only rich, if you are poor in comparison. The gap between us and them is relative to the power and control they enjoy. This is where the CBDCs will destroy us along with Bitcoin and any future crypto innovation or freedom. The central bank digital currency is the dystopian wet dream of governments and central banks. Every digital dollar can be tracked, controlled, expired, instantly taxed, instantly fined, deleted and selectively restricted. More on CBDCs in another video.
You're thinking about a potential benefit of a CBDC as having the ability to have a tokenized bearer instrument and transact privately. You are in for a huge disappointment because there is not a central bank in the world that is contemplating that, including ours. If you do that, you can no longer have economic sanctions, you can no longer deter anti-money laundering, you can no longer counter the financing of terrorism.
A key difference with the CBDC is that central bank will have absolute control on the rules and regulations that will determine the use of that expression of central bank liability. And also, we will have the technology to enforce that. Those two issues are extremely important, and that makes a huge difference with respect to what cash is.
Once the CBDCs are in place, you will not be able to buy or exchange crypto for digital dollars unless they allow it. Businesses will not be permitted to accept cryptocurrency as payment, or they will have their bank accounts and money frozen instantly or blacklisted. This is the paywall that will destroy crypto as a medium of exchange and the innovation away from the traditional banking system. Do you think that the banks or governments cannot contact the cold storage companies like Ledger and Trezor, and order them to update the software to allow them to see all the crypto cold storage wallets or even block user access to certain wallets? Of course they can. It's possible today, right now. When the CBDCs arrive and cash is gone, they can exert even more power and control over people and corporations. Still don't believe us? Every company, including crypto companies, hold their money in a bank account somewhere. Yes, even PayPal has a bank account. Unless you have cash or crypto, all digital money is recorded in a bank account at a bank. One email is all it will take for Ledger, Trezor, or any other company to immediately bend over, drop their corporate trousers, and give up private information on their users' accounts. Wait until they make KYC mandatory to use their cold storage devices and software. Now your name and address is connected to your blockchain wallet. Now they know who is who and what you have. Decentralization is the key to freedom from tyranny. How will they control crypto? This is the way.
He just wants to deliver food! Please! Get off me!
She doesn't have a mask. Are you serious? Are you serious? Just for not having a mask?
Who writes the laws? Governments write laws as they please. What if governments decided crypto was illegal? Every exchange and crypto business would have to close down. Retail investors would likely be offered amnesty and have to liquidate their assets. The value of crypto would tank to near zero. Millions of resistant crypto holders would become criminals overnight. And if crypto was to be legalized after the dust settles, only the banks would be licensed to transact them. Check and mate. Yes, there will be other countries that will accept crypto, and there is always peer-to-peer transactions. Currently, there are a few countries like El Salvador and Dubai in the UAE that officially accept crypto payments. Hopefully, the crypto communities can gather in these countries, strengthen them, and keep the politicians from ruining it. It is important to realize that humans are not smarter than they were 2,000 years ago. Human psychology has not changed when it comes to money or status. As has always been the case, a very small percentage of people will end up with all the Bitcoin, Ethereum, power and control, while the 99% will be relatively poor as we are today. What's the good news? While absolutely the banks, governments, Wall Street and the hedge funds will control the good cryptos, as we outlined previously, Bitcoin will be traded and treated as a store of value like gold. Taxed and controlled. Once most of the Bitcoin is owned by the big players and the Bitcoin halvings stop, the value of Bitcoin can stabilize and join fiat CBDCs as a legitimate currency. We have first-hand insider insight from a former banking CEO in the US that Bitcoin will become 4% of the world's currency, eventually. The question is, what can we do? While this is not financial advice, we still have an opportunity to make massive life-changing gains and find a safe haven to enjoy them. We could invest now in strong projects, not hype coins. Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Cardano, etc., and good established projects with great use cases like Theta Network, Algorand, Tomcoin, Cosmos, to name a few. Promising projects like XPRT persistence token with real-world applications will be good. The AI projects are all hype at this stage, but you never know which ones will survive and thrive in the future. Are they worth a gamble? And of course we think the meme coins will always pump hard. But the projects that may have the most value in the distant future are the completely decentralized ones, like Digibtye, Litecoin and Dogecoin, etc. Yes, we said Digibtye, because even though it is not as popular as the others, it is the safest, secure and most decentralized blockchains, and one of the few that have been battle-tested for a decade. Why are these decentralized blockchains important? There's no one controlling them, so the governments can't pressure a CEO to bend to their will. These are truly the coins of the people. If we need to trade amongst ourselves, what better cryptos to use and support? We can all make money in the next 12 to 18 months, but will we keep it? The big boys say no, they won't allow it. What do you think? Comment below. Remember Satoshi. Bitcoin was never supposed to be an investment. It was supposed to be freedom from the corruption and greed of Wall Street and the central banks. The CBDCs will try to crush Bitcoin as a currency for the people. By all means, make your money, but don't forget to fight the powers that be, like Wall Street bets did with GameStop. They may take our money, but they will never take our freedom.
The Almighty says this must be a fashionable fight. It's drawn the finest people. Where is thy salute?
For presenting yourselves on this battlefield. I give you thanks.
This is our army. To join it, you give homage.
I give homage to Scotland. And if this is your army, why does it go?
We didn't come here to fight for them.
Oh! The English are too many.
Sons of Scotland, I am William Wallace.
William Wallace is 7 feet tall.
Yes, I've heard. Kills men by the hundred. And if he were here, he'd consume the English with fireballs from his eyes and bolts of lightning from his ass. I am William Wallace. And I see a whole army of my countrymen here in defiance of tyranny. You've come to fight as free men. And free men you are. What will you do with that freedom? Will you fight?
Right? Against that? No! We will run!
And we will live. Aye. Fight and you may die. Run and you'll live. At least a while. And dying in your beds many years from now, would you be willing to trade all the days from this day to that for one chance, just one chance, to come back here and tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom!
seem quite optimistic to me.